In an effort to turn back the hands of time, more and more regular guys are having cosmetic procedures done. Whether it's to remain competitive in the workforce or attract the opposite sex, men are turning to aesthetic treatments to stay young. And joining us right now, Dr. Julius Few, founder of the Few Institute, to reveal some of the top trending male procedures. Dr. Few, good to see you.
It's great to see you, Corey.
So one of the stats that's sort of astounding is that between the year 1997 and 2012, the number of cosmetic procedures for men has increased by more than 106%.
It's kind of crazy, and really the best reason for it is things have gotten easier.
Right.
They really have.
Right.
They really have.
And what are the things that most guys want to do these days? What are the hot, directions to go?
So I kind of boil it down to the big four. The big four relate to eyes, neck, hair, and then love handles. So for eyes, we kind of at the Few Institute, we call it Brotox, which is
Brotox. I love that.
That's what we call it.
What's that going to do for me?
It will help to open eyes. The men that come in typically are complaining of their eyes being tired, and so the quick fix is Botox. If we move down to the neck, heavy kind of sagging necks, now we can get into Ulthera, so we can do a non-surgical lunchtime lift that can last for a good couple years.
All right, non-surgical lunchtime lift. Okay, that sounds kind of simple. What actually happens there?
So what happens is a wand, very similar to the kind of wand that's used to look at a pregnant belly, puts little beads of heat energy under the skin, and then over the course of 2 to 3 months, you see the neck progressively lift. If a guy has a heavy neck on top of it, I'll actually do a little, what's called mini liposuction, just make a little tiny nick in the chin. You don't need any stitches. It's done in the office under local, and you can get a mini lift. When we move down to the body, especially the backs, and we're going into hopefully warm weather, even though this weekend didn't feel like it.
It's coming, Doc.
It's got to be coming.
Yeah.
It's got to be coming. Laser hair removal for unwanted hair on the back.
Right.
And that's the big one.
And upper eyelid tuck?
So an upper eyelid tuck now, again, has gotten easier. So this is a procedure I can do in the office in about an hour. And that does require some downtime. Typically, you're looking at a 5 to 7 day recovery for that.
Okay, and you mentioned getting rid of the bulge around the waistline. And this is done without surgery.
It is now
how
done
is that
without
possible?
surgery. So it's this concept called cool sculpting, and what it basically represents is 2 little devices hooked to either love handle. It sucks the unwanted fat into the actual machine, and then it slowly freezes the area. So it's not painful. It takes about an hour, and again, over the course of 2 to 3 months, we see unwanted fat go away. You see the waistline come in, and again, especially for busy guys, this is a great option.
Wow. And as far as the, there's a price tag that comes with everything. What's sort of the range of, the numbers involved here? What are we talking about for some of these procedures?
So for something like Botox, it can be as little as $500 that lasts, months and months, or you can move up into things like the cool sculpting that are a couple $1,000s. But again, the thing to remember, Corey, is you have to look at it over time.
Sure.
So these are, some people spend more than that on their lattes every day.
Exactly. So, not too many years ago, discussion of these kind of things would have been, you got to be kidding me. But now you're telling me regular, everyday guys are coming in and considering and actually executing some of these options.
It's hard to believe. If you would have asked me 25 years ago, I would have laughed at you. But now with technology, everyday guys can do it.
Everyday guys can do it. And for you in your practice, what is the most popular thing, guys? Is there one thing above all of those that you've mentioned today that is the one that most guys look for?
I think it's really now, in the last few months, it's become cool sculpting.
Is it?
It really has. It really has.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, doctor, if somebody wants more information and maybe sort of look, is this what we're talking about? Is that the actual...
That's the device. That's the cool sculpting device. It looks like something out of a Star Trek movie.
It does a little bit. Wow, and you say there's no pain involved, huh?
No pain involved.
Interesting.
No pain involved.
And if folks want a little more information on all this, where do they go?
www.fewinstitute.com.
Always good to see you, sir.
Great to see you.
Dr. Few.
Thank you.
Finally got to talk about guy stuff. It's usually the other way. Come on. Thanks for being here. All right, we're going to take a quick break. Up next, we're